I can't believe it. Metroid 5. I've been waiting for this game since I originally played Fusion, and many of us have been waiting even longer. Whether you played the original game back in 1986, or you're new to the franchise and riding the Dread hype, the Metroid community has been more alive than it ever has been. With this being the first non-remake 2D game since 2002, and the first console 2D since 1994, we could see some big changes implemented to the structure of the game, and I hope we do. A lot has changed since then, and it's time for a new entry to modernize the series to 2021 standards. The stuff that people know and love about Metroid today. Here are 5 things I'm hoping to see in Dread that could allow it to, honestly, become the best Metroid game of all time. I'll be saving the best for last. This first one is not as critical, but still makes a huge impact on the reception of the game, especially for the Metroid series, and that is a proper close to the story arc. Sakamoto has told us that this is Metroid 5, and the final piece of the main Metroid arc that started with the original Metroid game in 1986. We've seen the Metroid story get a little dissatisfying in the past, and it would honestly be a huge bummer if the story ends up being subpar. I personally feel the story in any movie, show, game, etc. is just the story. We don't always have to love it, because that's the way the author wanted it to be. But man, I just hope I do end up enjoying it as I've done with past titles like Zero Mission, Fusion, Prime, and more. I think it would really be a nice touch to close out things with the Metroid Dread, the end of the story. It's here, it's happening, and it's dope. Number 2, more original music. I love Metroid music, but we've had a lot of the same recycled tunes now for quite a while. While I agree keeping some of the stuff the same, especially things like the item melodies when you find something new, I only want to hear a few remastered songs, and I mostly want to hear new music. It's been a while. I'd love to hear some remastered songs from especially from Fusion, as they'd be really fitting for Dread. But I'm hoping for brand new, totally fresh Metroid ear candy for us to be jamming to in 10 years from now, just like we have jammed to the Norfair theme. We've jammed to Phendrana Drifts. I want more of that. I want more stuff to add to my Metroid library of things that I can really enjoy in the long term. Number 3, I want leaderboards. I want to be able to log into my new favorite video game, Metroid Dread, for the Nintendo Switch, and I go over to the leaderboard section and I see that Marcin has beat the game in 1 hour and 50 minutes, and I've only beat it in 1 hour and 51. And there's no way, and I mean no way, I am letting that stand. And I am going to grind until I beat him and everyone else on my friends list. And that's how a lot of people are going to be. They want to be able to be the best. That's what a leaderboard is for. And I'd love to have categories like any percent, 100%, normal mode, hard mode, and it shows what percentage you got. It shows the time, obviously. It shows everything you'd want to see on a leaderboard, and you could have it just be your friends list. You could sort by global, you could sort by region. A lot of different ways that they could add sorting options. But I just think it would be so cool to have that integrated into the game, very similar to what they did, what Retro did with Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And potentially a slimmed down version of this, if that's too much for some reason, would just be to have your own leaderboard to compare your own times. So a lot of Metroid fans, we know that you basically get 3 save files and you can save your times there, but otherwise you'd have to write your times down. If you're a speedrunner, you can submit the time obviously too, but it'd be cool to just have a built-in leaderboard for yourself. And that way, maybe you're not competing directly against your friends, but you compete against yourself and improve as a player. This would also be something really cool to get new people into speedrunning and make it a little bit more approachable and more of a concept that is something that doesn't seem as daunting to them because it's already in the game. Which leads me to number 4, skippable cutscenes and skippable dialogue. I am absolutely going to soak in every single line of text, every single frame, every little juicy, lovely bit of yummy deliciousness that they give us in Metroid Dread. I am honestly stoked to do that. However, after the 100th time playing through the game, I don't need to see it anymore. I just want to keep the action going. I want to keep moving and grooving. And having skippable cutscenes would not only be nice for that, would be nice for the casual player who is not interested in the story, would be nice for speedrunning, obviously, so you don't have to sit through all this stuff all the time. It would just be nice to have to just power through, move on, keep the juicy Metroid action coming. Number 5, and it's a big one, built-in Randomizer Mode. If you don't know, a randomizer mode is when the upgrades and items you find along the normal path of the game are shuffled around. For example, if you walked into a room normally containing a missile expansion, you could find a beam upgrade instead, or vice versa. Any upgrade could be anywhere on the map or after any boss fight. This creates a novel gameplay experience every time. Generally, this is the type of mode created by the fan base with hacked code, but it's become such a popular feature for Metroid games especially, that Mercury Steam might go ahead and integrate it into the main game. The replay value would far exceed that $60 price point that a lot of people are upset about too, and Mercury Steam would get everyone off their back. Additionally, imagine a randomizer mode was included on the leaderboard that I mentioned earlier. That'd be really exciting to encourage both varied yet skillful gameplay that has really long-term replay value. I'm excited for Metroid Dread no matter what, but these 5 things would be icing on the 35th anniversary birthday cake and give Metroid fans the ultimate 2D game to enjoy for years to come. I'd actually really like to hear what you guys think could be included in the game. I'm sure I missed something, and there's just a lot of really good ideas out there. Plus, you're all really smart people with great ideas. So smart, in fact, that you might want to powerbomb that subscribe button and melee dash into the notification bell for updates on new videos. You might even want to come over to my Twitch stream, where I stream full-time and will be playing all kinds of Metroid games leading up to Dread, and of course, playing Dread itself on release. Come by and chat with us. Lots of fun Metroid emotes, too. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next mission.